This is Halloween.
Hi babes, how are you? If you're new, hi, welcome. My name is Michelle, and this is another, what we call the celebrity tarot. It's under the same, playlist, but we're going to talk about immigration today in the United States. So we have seen a lot of things going on social media. We're going to see what's going on, what could happen. So with this said, I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. Please keep in mind the roles keep reversing between energies. So I always say celebrity tarots are only for your entertainment purposes only, and everything said I mentioned is allegedly. I always provide the legal disclaimer in the beginning of every video in English and Spanish for anybody who's interested in seeing it. So, okay, immigration. So I do see a lot of people being deported back in airplanes for the next couple weeks, all the way, to 2024. A lot of deportation is going to happen. Okay. Allegedly, I do see here the border being closed and being very guarded. Of course, we know that, but I'm just letting you know. Right now, we have here anybody who wants to enter this country, the United States, allegedly will have to have reasons to be a refugee. I do see allegedly there's going to be a camp for anybody who crosses the border illegally is going to be taken to that camp, and they're going to be allegedly checked and everything, and then they're going to be like having a quick interview. It's like the hot seat, and they're going to have to answer a couple questions into where they determine if they are eligible to being in refuge, or they're going to be taken back to their country. And a lot of people are not going to be eligible because they have to have very, very big reasonings to stay in the United States. I do see that there's a lot of competitions here wanting to stay in that camp. Allegedly is going to have a lot of people making protests, saying that they shouldn't be treated like that. I do see a lot of arguments on media, arguments on people talking about this, but I do see that the immigration is going to be allegedly very strict. It's still going to be so strict that allegedly people who have been living in the United States for so many years could get affected allegedly with this new law. This new law intention allegedly is to prevent more illegal crossing to the country, but allegedly here is going to also be like a double sword kind of thing, into where a lot of people are going to try to fight it, but they're not going to win it, unfortunately, because again it was getting out of hand. Now getting into the United States is going to be super hard, extremely hard. Even as allegedly getting a visa to get in the United States is going to be super hard because the politicians and people are trying to control the entry, as again it's been very massive and it's been out of control, and allegedly the people in the United States are actually standing up and actually saying no, this needs to be stopped, this needs to be done correctly. And it means that allegedly thanks to those protests and all of that, the situation is going to get handled differently. Now with this said, a lot of people, I do see a lot of people trying to cross here with kids, thinking that kids are going to give them the upper hand. It's not, okay? I do see massive deportations to countries by plane, okay? And let's see what else. Anybody who says it's going to be continued, I'm going to come back, or it's going to get better, no. It's going to be a permanent situation that's going to be super strict to get into the country, and from foreigner countries to here. As I said before, it's going to be super sad because allegedly a lot of people, like I said before, that have been living here are going to be also affected. A lot of families are going to be separated because of the situation. Allegedly is because again it's every law is a double source. I do see right here that in a way, shape, or form, some people are going to feel glad and happy that this is happening. Others are going to be suffering the consequences. I do see a lot of people trying to get lawyers and trying to finalize. Allegedly, it's going to be a big news, into where a lot of people are going to go to the TV and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is the new law," da 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 da, and they're going to try to fight it. But I don't see this. Being removed because allegedly is needed. Into where again, no matter how much people fight or argue against the situation, it's just not. I also see right here into where jobs are going to be extremely strict now. I allegedly see, yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot of places are going to be super strict here. Some people who allegedly claim that they were using their kids to get the citizenship will not be able to do that either, allegedly. Sadly, again, it's not a news that I like to give, because I hate to see hurt, but it seems like it's happening soon. It seems like this law allegedly, or the situation, right, could actually get this intense by New Year's, by 2024. I do see right here, no matter how much coverage the situation gets, no matter how many views this gets, the situation is sealed. You know what I'm saying? And with this said, there's a female here, allegedly, that could be a lawyer, could be I don't know, senator or so, that is the one who creates, allegedly, or enforces this. And the way she talks about it and the way it sounded, it gets people to, yeah, let's do this, because there has been a lot of, like, according to what the card says, terror in multiple states and difficulties too, into where allegedly some people don't feel safe, and this is what they're actually enforcing this to, allegedly, just protect the citizens and whatnot. But it's always hit or miss here. Like I said before, a lot of people are actually being flued out, make them look like the villain, and it's actually going to, a lot of immigrants are gonna unfortunately be sent home in the next months. There's gonna be sent home, and it's gonna be like very heartbreaking from a lot of people, including people who have been, like I said before, here for many years. And like I said before, they, in a way, shape, or form, the actions or so are making them look like villains, and this is what they're gonna be the reason why now immigration is going to be hard, even to get a work visa, allegedly, even to get a student visa, even people who are like trying to come here for studies, like those students that, I forgot how it's called, the students that come from other countries to study here, for a year, and they come back in internships, I think it's called, even work internships and whatnot. They're going to be super difficult. They're going to actually allegedly have to get advisors. It's going to be a lot of money, which is going to not let a lot of people in or allowed to come in, and people are going to be protesting and whatnot, but it's just not gonna change, unfortunately. So it's going to be moments of stress and sadness for some people. There's not going to get in, a lot of people see it correctly, like people have different opinions on it. And also something massive connected to this in New York too, like a lot of people, something connected to New York, connected to this immigration law, that becomes the end. There's also here there's also that, especially in New York. And a lot of coverage on the situation is going to be on camera as well. So that's pretty much what I have, And also people be like, oh, this is exactly what's happening. Well, I don't know what you want me to do with that information that you have. If you know everything, then you should maybe, I don't know, give me the lotto number so I can play them. But either way, this is what I see. I don't tend to make it long if there's no need. I hate to go around with the same things, but I try my best to find more information. But if it's not given to me, I just wrap it out. So this is the astrological dices. We got the planet, we got the zodiac sign, and we got the house. Now the planet represents, what does the planet represent? The situation itself. Now we have right here the south node, right? Yes, sir. So let's see what the south node represents on today's reading, if I find it right away, which I never do, guys. Anyways, no. It says, pertaining to the past, what has already been lived, past karma. So Yes. Now we're gonna go with the zodiac signs, which is the emotional side. We got Sagittarius energy here. We got in search of the truth, dauntless, positivity, seeking calmness, launching for adventure. And finally, we got the houses, which is the area of life. We got the second house, represents money, belongings of monetary value, pointers or wealth, missing items, or theft. So this is the end of the reading, guys. I hope you guys liked it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, I want to invite you guys to follow me on Spotify. I do weekly podcasts there over talking about spiritual stuff in English and Spanish, as well as, tarot readings over there for my Spotify followers. You must follow me over there, and you must comment over there if you want to be considered for those. Finally, as well, I want to invite you to follow me on Instagram. I don't know if I said it, but I tend to follow back. Also, I'm on TikTok. I do small readings there. I'm also on Facebook. I have a small group of Facebook. The link is going to be always in the description box below if you can't or don't have an Instagram. I also offer personal readings for those who are interested. You can book with me directly on my website. You can actually go to the description box below and, book it there. Or you can go to Instagram and find the bio, and there's going to be the links for them to book. So with this said, I hope you have an amazing day. Many blessings, and